Hey people, Swamp here and welcome to episode 64, I believe, of Danganronpa 2. Last time we did more of the trial, we learned that there were deeper things, and the fact that the Monokuma file counts as evidence. When does it ever count as true evidence? When does it count for anything? The Monokuma file has never been used as reference. If anything, it was to notify, oh, we're having a recall bullet section. Literally, that's all it served as. But anyways, let's just get going. Let's keep moving on.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Maybe it was the gas.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
Maybe it was the gas.
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
The gas!
Are we finished already?
The
I
gas!
feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a
The
time
gas!
like this.
That's why no one could go in. The fatal wound that wasn't the spear. The gas! We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it was no matter what. Make your argument.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
I'm gonna put
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
No.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen,
It's the gas.
maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold.
No, it
Or
can't be that.
liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a...
Okay, I just want to see. Okay, we have mass and blood. Monokuma's special poison.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
Monokuma's special poison.
It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Consult with Sonya. Let's consult with Sonya. We're always consulting with Sonya, literally. Kazuichi, I can't believe he hasn't jumped over this podium yet and started punching Hajime.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
Stop consulting with this Sonya!
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we...
Sorry.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left
It
hand
was
was tied up
vaporized.
and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
Vapor.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
That's lighting up his crotch! What is it with you?
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, It might be impossible.
It
Just
vaporizes
kidding.
in heat.
It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Vaporizing poison.
No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label.
So, internet get. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Vaporized. Last drop, thank you. Not another crossword of evil. Launch drive! Okay. Okay, let's go through these Tron arcs. Whoa! Question 1. What state was the poison when it affects gas? Ow! Okay, let's move. Okay, really, this has been embarrassing. Okay, come on. Ow. Okay, let's do that. Ow. Come on, am I gonna fall down pits in Nagito's mind? Nagito's Rainbow Psychedelic Hell Mine? Come on. Next question. How did they enter through his nose? There was a vapor that entered through his nose. Okay. Come on. Hopefully this is a little more straightforward. Okay. Only 2 questions.
It's all coming together! What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Thanks to the sprinkler system, that is very low, it's high density. The reason we didn't breathe in the poison gas, it was the sprinkler. The Monokuma merch! The merch saved us!
The
Oh, no, the
sprinklers in the
merch!
warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Yeah, gaseous 8 is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is very possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Okay, I saw something pop up on my screen. Okay, good.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? then enough already.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still very unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that his real motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive, Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish it here? No,
There
this
might
can't
have
be.
been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really about the poison, then the thing he would is the container.
I see.
The meat on the bone! Yes, the meat on the bone! It comes
are
back
you
to haunt
talking
me.
about the container the poison was kept in?
I was have to pick meat on the bone. Bring back pain back.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
Wait, what is this? The flames of Hades, like Gundam, descend from heaven? Please send me to hell! I will light this plastic bottle with my malice and evil. Oh, Octavius, come to me!
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much?
Kazuichi?
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
This is Danganronpa 2. Unexpected twists are by every corner. When Monokuma files are evidence and meat on the bone is reasonable. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of down everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody out here has to get it. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
maybe this accomplice is the traitor.
I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it's brief, it's like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Connie said just now might be a clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. No, please tell me that it's not. Which means, let's. No, not even scared. No! Glass. fire grenade. Grenade. Yeah. Where's the end? Where's the end? No! Where's the A? A! I need A's! I need Canada! Go Canada! D! Grenade! Grenade! I know how to spell grenade! Ah! E! I need an E! And boom! Fire grenade! Yeah! I'm getting better at the hangman gadget! I am! Yay!
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Or better yet, had everyone else transport it.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse.
Maybe he filled all of the containers with the poison.
It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire
Which he
grenades.
did by removing all the fire equipment.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
That's the aluminum
You
cap.
just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even
Yeah,
at
the
the
cap.
break room.
Hold on. Did you
The
say
cap.
aluminum?
The cap.
Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
So we're going to prove Miss Sonia
Sonia's
wrong.
words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
So we're a clue. Yep. We'll swap with the poison. This one will actually be easy. This is the one I was trying to say before. I knew
prove it
this
with
cap
this.
was the key to it all.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
So this is we're all the killer.
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's
So
room.
whoever threw that fire grenade, even though they didn't know it, they're the true killer.
We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right?
No, he had us throw them.
So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough
Everyone
already.
killed him. We all killed him.
If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after
Or
all.
at least a knowing accomplice.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
The fact that the killer didn't even know they were killing.
Did you say?
Hey, what are you planning
And
to
since
say
we're
now?
all the killer,
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
everyone's the murderer.
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
The fact that whoever threw that container threw the gas, which ergo was the one that killed him.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison, so when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
We're all the murderer.
Horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and Nagito were the same, could that be when we all threw the grenades?
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
We all killed him!
Yeah, I think so.
What's gonna work? Teamwork! We took out the crazy!
When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
Unknowingly, though.
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
Well, in a sense, he had us kill him.
What the heck? You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Nagito.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
Nagito.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
Who's annoying us right now in death?
The
Nagito.
next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito said the commit suicide to make someone throw the poison to get our attention. Just make someone throw the poison.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
No one knows.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason.
You
He put
did
the
these
fire
drawings.
grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Spear
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He'd probably probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces!
I'm pretty sure we don't need a comic to close this trial up.
For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
Well, look at him! He was so off his trolley that the trolley was out in the horizon while he was busy laying on the ground laughing maniacally.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry! Please vote me as the killer!
Oh my gosh, Kazuichi's not gonna
That's
jump
not
up.
the fucking issue here!
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is,
Monokuma
right?
could probably look at the recording and see what
That's
happened.
right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras.
Slow-mo technology.
Monokuma doesn't know. This trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
But Monokuma finally gained omnipotence.
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
And not share it with me!
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Comic
I want
time.
to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Do it, comic slave! That's right, it doesn't mean the trial is over yet, even though I don't know who killed. Like, I have to do it. I need... Wow, no
Got it.
panic talk
Let's do
action!
this.
Wow, that's actually weird. Closing argument! Okay! There's the thought. Okay, what was inside Nagito's refrigerator? Poison. Okay. Right before switching to poison. Okay. Since I let go of the cord. Okay. I'm trying to look at it. Okay, where is it? Okay, that was it. That's a bit shameful. Okay. Okay. Where's the cord? Ah. Okay, I'm not failing on this. I'm not failing. Okay. No, that can't be it. Okay, got that. It can't be that. I already repeated. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Let's be on the Monokuma panel. His whole body wasn't tied up. Nor to hurt himself. Oh. Okay! That's it. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Yes, it's this. Yes, okay, good. Okay! Now we're actually getting somewhere. Move the lid. Bottle poison. We just need bottle poison. Oh my gosh, I have one thing left. I have one life. Oh god. In order to hurt himself. No, it can't be that. Oh my gosh. Things are getting intense. Please tell me that this is... Okay. Dock 4. Inside the refrigerator. Oh my gosh, this is like extreme. This is starting to get extreme. His whole body wasn't tied up. Okay, basta, thank you. Where's the prop of Monokuma? I'm not failing this. I'm not failing this. His whole body wasn't tied up. Okay.
Here's everything
We
that
hit
happened
it.
in this case.
One hit left. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda.
He looked drunk. Look
He
at
kept a
that
specific
face.
item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan.
It looks like he ate too much of the sauce.
Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
Okay, just want to make sure everything was good.
and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse.
I swear, Nagito, he was crazed.
That was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. Panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Everyone is the killer!
The fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Nah, I just like those comic moments.
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way Hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through ages where it can never lose at a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames, and he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
Hajime's a useless piece of crap.
I want you to try to remember what that is.
What? This is his talent.
I see!
He believed in Hajime.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So it's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, It was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't like that at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette?
It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point towards you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it?
So that's how you're supposed to play it? So it would have been fine if I only used one bullet? Huh? I guess it was just as Monomi said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, and so that's how I did it. Sorry. That, you only had a 1 in 6 chance of living! But I'm still alive. After all, the only thing that's good about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened in the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. That's right, I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck, it's my ultimate talent. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. Huh? I'm left with the red mark. Haha, for someone who's called the ultimate lucky student, you sure don't seem very lucky right now. At that time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky, that's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought... It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Hajime was the one with the grenade! Because knowing him, he'd want Hajime dead because of Hajime's useless to his scheme. So he probably had it where Hajime was the one with the grenade.
His belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't
Oh,
factor in
you
his
want
own-
Hajime to get the grenade!
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
Tell me that Hajime's not gonna die!
What did he do?
He hoped that Hajime would pick up the grenade and throw it!
No, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Hajime!
Target? Who?
Hajime!
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
But he hoped!
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student. And incorporated that luck into his plan.
Hajime!
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
Poor Hajime!
Risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
Look in the mirror, Hajime. He hated you the second he found out your reserve status. No, I don't even want to ask. I should already know who the answer is. The traitor.
I see!
Oh! Screw you, Hajime. You're useless. You're trash.
Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
You know what? I'm keeping this episode going.
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Okay, I'm just checking. Yep, making sure it's good. Okay.
Then what he said in his video message...
It won't work with just any student's handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after monitoring everyone's activities, but I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it just, as Nagito said at the beginning, this person was we have the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached that answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was it because we really didn't
But if
believe
he
in
just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
Do you want to get hit by a baseball?
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his own luck to aim for the target, but he didn't even know who he's aiming for. It sounds way too unreliable to have actually happened,
The
but
only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
What?
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
Tell me you're not the traitor, Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Hajime! I don't know! I got tricked! Okay, Hajime was the traitor! I don't know! I was thinking maybe they'd have... Hajime's a reserve student! Okay. Chiaki?
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
No, we're keeping this going!
Ah, you totally guessed right.
What? Chiaki's the traitor! And I gave you fun points, Chiaki!
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
I don't know! I got mixed up! Can only live as a traitor! What the? That they had no talent! Hajime was in the reserve course!
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Chiaki! Damn it! Why? This is nonsense. Why? Why does it make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now,
Switch the
you've
handbook.
been tricking us?
We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie!
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
They're trying to protect you.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity, so the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
Where's the panic talk action?
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Tell them!
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do...
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult.
I guess.
Tell them, Hajime!
That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming
Who's
it.
going to be the panic talk action
If she
person?
was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all, 'cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki
Oh, here's our
whatsoever.
panic talk action.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Tell them.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monomi and Chiaki's relationship, proving it here is the only way. Panic talk action.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Oh, super face.
Let's all get along.
Oh,
I won't let you. Let's all get along.
oh my god, this was
Burst open
bad.
and mix.
Fuck.
I can't lose.
Oh, you're gonna lose because I have the winning strategy.
I won't let you. Burst open and mix.
Where's the plate? No! First over here, mix it, what is this?
I'll lower your grade.
Oh, yes! On the island.
Hajime, you stupid face.
Oh, I'm so hurt.
Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Mon, no knees, no book.
This is the end!
Yes! Chiaki was writing it. She was tracking the funhouse. I can't believe I
When
suicided
investigating
Hajime.
Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Doesn't have any information of Sonia's bathroom habits. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byaku is the leader. A lot of things happening, so everyone's fine.
What's this?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Sorry.
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No. The truth is I might already know the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth that it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Nagito went to the death room. The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
We've been in the files for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to the Octon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. With this, I can probably get out.
You can't do that. You should go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, If Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this.
And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took out her handbook from her pocket. And without saying, she swiped the card reader.
Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
She's one of the more enjoyable free time events. What am I going to talk to you? What am I going to talk to you?
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but
then nobody will be saved.
What? There's more. I'm keeping this going. I don't care if this is a long episode. I feel this is gonna be a recall or something.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
Oh yeah.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not!
Uh-huh, Sonya's account!
The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
That's not it!
I like how just Hajime's not is like this not triumphant thing. He doesn't want to admit it.
Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
Monami.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that!
Sonia. I will not let you throw our friends under the
Enough
bus!
already! Please do not say another word!
Kazuichi, punch him in the face!
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Monokuma. Oh my gosh. Where's the Monokuma's account?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor!
This is sad!
If that counts as evidence,
this is freaking sad!
I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake! That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand!
Oh my god, poor Hajime!
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake.
This is why I can't end the episode off!
But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then when did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
And it's never failed us before.
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before.
Yes, this is all about Nagito's sick demented planning!
Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
And get your B rank, you stupid ass!
Damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Just give me my B! Damn Monokuma file! Could've piped up Chiaki, couldn't have said so, couldn't say so earlier. B! Of course it's a B! It's not fair! Yes, I think now's a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, whoever's that you want. With that, I'll see you later. Bye!